Welcome to Go Romania Tours, your Romania tour experts. Join us on a tour to some of Europe's best kept secrets. Your entry to Romania will most likely be Bucharest, the capital city. A city that has witnessed the rigors of Vlad the Impaler's court, the makeover of French architects, and the Soviet-style high-rises of the communist era. And nothing portrays the ambitions of communism like the People's Palace. Today, the Parliament of Romania and the largest parliament building in Europe. Bucharest displays a dazzling mix of architecture, green parks with forests and lakes, beautifully ornate Orthodox churches, and last but not least, a vibrant social scene and great shopping. Not far away from the capital lies the land beyond the forest, Transylvania, nowadays famous due to the Irish writer Bram Stoker and his fictional character, Dracula.
I am Dracula. I bid you welcome.
We will trace the footsteps of both the vampire count and the 15th century ruthless Romanian prince who became notorious for impaling his enemies on wooden stakes. Vlad was born in Sighișoara, in the heart of Transylvania, today the only remaining inhabited walled fortress in Europe. Like his father, he ruled Wallachia from Târgoviște in the southwestern Transylvanian Alps. At the top of a cliff, at the foothills of the Făgăraș Mountains, stand the ruins of Vlad's castle, Poianari. Here, according to legend, his wife flung herself out the window into the river below, not to be taken prisoner by the Turks. Legend also has it that Vlad himself escaped across the mountains on horseback. More popular, however, is Bran Castle, often referred to as Dracula's Castle. It was originally built as a fortress by the Knights of the Teutonic Order in 1212 and rebuilt a century later by the Saxons to protect the city of Brașov. Our real-life ruler, Vlad the Impaler, found his end somewhere in the woods around Bucharest. His final resting place is believed to be Snagov Monastery, 40 kilometers north of the capital, on a small isolated island in the middle of Snagov Lake. The monks here buried his decapitated body in a tomb inside the church, since both Vlad and his father had given money to the monastery. Almost 600 years later, and his legend is still very much alive. If Transylvania had a capital, it would be the city of Brașov, located at the base of Mount Tâmpa. A main trading route for many centuries, Brașov continues to thrive. With the main square among Europe's best, its very own imposing Gothic church, and remains of the old walls and fortifications, Brașov is proof of the multiculturalism of Transylvania. Not far away is Poiana Brașov, one of Romania's most popular ski resorts. Another one of Transylvania's impressive fortified towns, Sibiu, was chosen European Capital of Culture in 2007. Its historic center was declared by UNESCO a World Heritage Site in 2004. It is reminiscent of medieval towns in Germany, such as Nuremberg. Another must-see in Transylvania is Cluj-Napoca, or simply Cluj, located in northwestern Romania at the crossroads of important trade routes since ancient times. Cluj holds some of the oldest remains known to man from the Neolithic era. Today a very lively and vibrant city, it was the social and cultural center of medieval Transylvania. The Saxon colonists brought to Transylvania by the Hungarian king in the 13th century have left a valuable cultural heritage, their main trademark being the fortified church. 200 still remain scattered across Transylvania, 7 of which are part of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The uniqueness of these churches stands in the rows of fortified walls surrounding them, storage rooms built onto the walls, and sometimes onto the church itself. They offered people shelter in times of invasion and protected their most valuable possessions. After After crossing through Wallachia and Transylvania, it is time to stop in Bukovina, a historical region in the north of Romania, currently split between Romania and the Ukraine after the northern part of the territory was occupied by the USSR after World War II. This county offers scenery of rare beauty, with its unique monasteries, part of the UNESCO World Heritage Monuments, each painted in a specific color, the architecture of the houses, the balneary resorts, and cultural and natural heritage. Bukovina stands out when looking for a quiet place to retreat, go fishing, or discover long-lost traditional crafts, away from the madness and crowd of the big cities. The old generations still wear the folk costume daily and believe in the return of their ancestor spirits during the winter holidays. Maramuresh preserves the untouched culture and modest lifestyle of a medieval peasant past. The beautiful rural scenery with few paved roads, the astonishing landscapes, and the hospitality of the locals create the feeling of a leap in a time machine. People still work the fields wearing the traditional dress, keeping the culture and Romanian spirit alive for generations. They work hard, but nevertheless enjoy life. Their houses are modestly but vividly decorated with handmade objects, and celebrations, such as weddings and baptizing, are sacredly accompanied by traditional food and customs, as well as a lot of dancing. And nothing shows their life philosophy better than the Mary Cemetery of Saplința, called this because each gravestone cross contains an illustration in the poem depicting the person's life in a humorous way. Just like our ancestors, the Dacians, the people of Maramuresh embrace death with joy, the start of a better life. The northern part of Romania is also known for its wooden churches, UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The county of Maramuresh has perfected its own Gothic style, housing some of the tallest wooden churches in the world. They stand as a symbol of Romanian people's faith and dedication to the Orthodox religion, since the Catholic Hungarian occupancy had forbid them, starting in the 13th century, to build stone churches. But the craft goes beyond the altars of religion. It is beautifully displayed in the typical Maramuresh wooden gate, a hierarchy symbol according to its grandeur and the intricacy of its decoration. The main river crossing Romania is the mighty Danube. Just before reaching the Black Sea, it forms the second largest and best preserved of Europe's deltas. 2,200 square miles of rivers, canals, marshes, tree-fringed lakes, and reed islands. The Danube Delta is a wildlife enthusiast, especially a birdwatcher's paradise. The maze of canals bordered by thatch, willows, and oaks entangled in lianas offers the perfect breeding ground for countless species of birds, some of them from as far away as China and Africa. Millions of Egyptian white pelicans arrive here every spring to raise their young, while equal numbers of Arctic geese come here to escape the harsh winters of northern Europe. Some 300 species of birds call it their home, including cormorants, wild-tailed eagles, and glossy ibises. Making their way through the heart of Romania are the Carpathian Mountains, which along with the Black Sea coast, the Danube Delta, and the numerous hills and plains are an example of the geographical diversity and uniqueness of Romania. The impressive landscapes, glacial valleys, caves, canyons, gorges, limestone areas, and uniquely shaped rock formations make the Carpathians a wonderful outdoor museum to explore, with infinite possibilities for nature lovers. Winding up through the highest of the Carpathians, the Făgăraș Mountains is one of the most spectacular roads in the world, the Transfăgărășan. 92 kilometers of amazing sceneries, including the Bula Cascade and the glacial Bula Lake. Soon after the road ends, visitors come across the town of Făgăraș with its imposing 15th century fortress. It was ranked among the strongest in Transylvania, standing up to Turkish and Tartar invasions. In the natural backdrops of the Carpathian Mountains lies the Palace of Peleș, a masterpiece of German Renaissance architecture. The royal family summer residence has 160 rooms, adorned by the finest examples of European art, Murano crystal chandeliers, German stained glass windows, walls covered with Cordoba leather, ebony and ivory sculptures. Its medieval collection of swords and knight's armor is simply astonishing. The fortress of Vryshnov, nearby Brasov, is a display of the combined efforts of the nations of Transylvania in fighting against invaders. Perched at the top of a 150-meter hill with splendid views of the Bursa land, the fortress was conquered only once in its history, being praised for its resistance against the principality's ruthless enemies. Dubbed one of the most haunted castles in the world is the Hunedoara Castle, where Vlad the Impaler is supposed to have been kept a prisoner. This castle is a solid rock fortress fiercely built by Turkish prisoners. It served as a fortress until mid-14th century, when it became the residence of Transylvania's ruler, Iancu de Hunedoara. You enter the castle over a suspended bridge above the abrupt riverbed of Zluști, evocative of medieval times. We thank you for viewing our presentation of Romania and hope this small introduction has given you an interest in our beautiful country and some of the highlights you will see when traveling here. We can also combine tours to neighboring Hungary, Bulgaria, and other destinations in Eastern Europe. Please visit our website at www.goromaniatours.com or www.eastadventures.com to browse through our tours and contact us directly. We hope to see you soon.